Hello, 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 friends. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another swatch and review. Today I have here for you the August 2020 Maniology Mani by Me box. If you don't know, this is a monthly subscription box. It is $25 a month. It comes with 2 polishes, an extra item, and 2 exclusive plates. The 2 polishes and the extra item are available later on. They should be available probably around the end of September, mid-September, for the public to buy, but the plates are absolutely 100% exclusive to the subscription box. It's $25 a month, or if you get it by 3 months, you pay for it 3 months in advance. It's usually like right around $23, $22, $22.50, somewhere around there. And then if you get it every 6 months, then it actually ends up being $20 a box. But let's go ahead and get into this box. This month's is a picnic theme. It's a summer picnic. Here's the card if you want to read that. And then every box also comes with a tutorial on a manicure. This is this month's manicure. I think it's actually really super cute. It's got some gradient going on there to make that watermelon look. And then it has step-by-step instructions on the back. Go ahead and get into it here. So here are the 2 polishes. We'll look at that in a second. The stamping guide, if you don't need it, just toss it. Otherwise, it's great to have. There's the 2 plates. We'll look at those in a moment as well. The extra item this month is a glass cuticle remover. My cuticles are actually already in good shape, but I'm going to try that out here in a second. We do sometimes get things like detail brushes. Sometimes we get cleanup brushes. An extra plate we got one time, but this month we are getting the glass cuticle remover. So we're going to go ahead and try that out. Again, my cuticles are in pretty good shape, so I don't necessarily need to use it, but I'm going to go ahead and try it out here for you in just a second. So the instructions actually tell you to use the flat tip that I'm going to show you here to actually push back the cuticle. So the flat tip is that part right there. So it's going to tell you to push back the cuticle and then use the pointed tip to brush away any of the excess cuticles that have been removed. So as far as that goes, let's go ahead and use that. You can see here I'm just pushing back my cuticles. Again, my cuticles are actually in fairly good shape, so it's not necessarily, it didn't make a huge difference, but it definitely was easy to use. I actually really liked it. So if you have large cuticles, this is probably something that's great for you. I don't, so you know, it's probably not something that I'm going to use very often, but it's definitely nice to have. So let's go ahead and look at the polishes here. So again, the kit does come with 2 polishes. The polishes will be available probably sometime around like mid-September or so. But here's the first one. It is called Watermelon, and it's a beautiful, deep, rich coral color, corally pink color. It's definitely a creamy polish. I think it's a very pretty color. The green is actually called Rind, and that is just a really pretty watermelon rind color. It's actually fairly similar to Limelight. I'll probably go ahead and take a picture of the 2 of them together to show you at the end so that you can kind of see the closeness to them. It's fairly similar to it though. But we'll go ahead and swatch the watermelon here. At first swatch here, it is actually pretty sheer. I did have to go ahead and do a thicker coat, and then I went over it a little bit with a second coat here a little bit later on. But it's a very pretty color though. It did seem a little bit sheer, so I didn't expect it to do that good with stamping, but I'm going to swatch it on the top here with a stamp a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and swatch Rind though. Rind, again, it was another one that was a little bit sheer going on. But I did do a little bit of a thicker coat and it did just fine. It actually dried fairly opaque with just little spots here and there, so I did do a second coat here a little bit later on. All of my swatches are done with this kawaii emoji plate from Maniology BMXL 325. I thought it was super cute to swatch nail polish bottle tops with a nail polish image, because I'm corny that way. But let's go ahead and swatch this one. It actually picked up fairly well, and actually swatched fairly well. It was a little bit hard to see on the black, but you know, that's normal, I think, for a darker polish, but it did swatch beautifully over the white. I wouldn't really call it a watermelon red though. I would call it, you know, like it says, it's more of like a corally red, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a watermelon red. But it is a very pretty color, and I was actually kind of surprised with how it swatched, with how sheer it was. Now we'll go ahead and swatch the rind color. You know, again, I wasn't expecting too much just because of how sheer it was on that first little go pass, but it actually swatched fairly well. You know, again, it was a little bit hard to see over the black, but again, that's totally to be expected with a darker color, but it swatched beautifully over the white there. You can see a little bit of the pink still on it, a little bit of that watermelon color still on it, just because I didn't do the greatest job cleaning up the stamper itself before I stamped. But now I'm going to go ahead and do the second coat. Here you can see it's still a little bit sheer on that watermelon, but it was beautifully opaque with that second coat. And then same thing actually with the rind. The rind actually dried fairly opaque, but there were little spotches here and there, really just because of the way that I painted it, but it was beautifully opaque in that second coat. And now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the plates. So again, it comes with 2 plates. They are exclusive to the box. This one is Maniology MXM 038. Really cute little picnicky images, summer images. I love that little honey bear there. Really just cute images. There's a kite image on here, a picnic table image, little artist palette easel thing. So you know, definitely not all just picnic food items. This one's really cute. It has the like the plaid that you would use for like a picnic background. It's Maniology MXM 037, and then lots of fun little food items and some ants and things. So really cute picnic potentials on this. I did go ahead and do my manicure using the kite image, and you'll see that here coming up soon. But anyhow, until next time, don't forget to subscribe.